Journey through fantasy worlds, understanding fantasy settings in English storytelling. Hello, dear learners. Today, we're diving into a very exciting aspect of English storytelling, fantasy settings. Whether you're a fan of Harry Potter or enchanted by the Lord of the Rings, understanding the fantasy setting will enhance your storytelling skills and make your English learning journey all the more enjoyable. A fantasy setting is where the story happens in a world that does not exist in our reality. It's a place filled with magic, mythical creatures, alternate realities, and unimaginable possibilities. In a fantasy setting, authors create a world where anything is possible, from castles in the sky to talking animals, to wizards and witches. Now, let's dive into a few examples. 1. Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry from Harry Potter. This is an iconic example of a fantasy setting. The school is hidden in the United Kingdom and includes moving staircases, talking portraits, and a forest filled with magical creatures. 2. Middle-earth from the Lord of the Rings. Middle-earth is an entire imaginary world complete with its own races, languages, and geography. It is a land of elves, dwarves, and hobbits, where epic battles between good and evil take place. 3. Narnia from the Chronicles of Narnia. Narnia is a magical kingdom that exists in a parallel universe and can be accessed through a wardrobe. Here, animals talk and there is a constant struggle between good and evil. The importance of fantasy settings is twofold. 1. Imagination and creativity. Fantasy settings allow authors and readers to stretch their imagination to the limits. In these worlds, anything is possible, which can be very exciting and creative. 2. Exploring big themes. Fantasy settings can be used to explore significant, sometimes difficult themes in a way that's approachable. Themes like the battle of good versus evil, the importance of friendship, and the pursuit of justice are common in fantasy stories. When you are writing or telling a story in English, it's essential to describe your fantasy setting in a way that allows your audience to visualize it. Here's how you can do it. 1. Use descriptive language. Use adjectives, metaphors, and similes to describe the physical aspects of your setting. For example, instead of saying, "The castle was big," you could say, "The castle towered over the landscape like a giant, its stone walls as strong as iron." 2. Incorporate senses. Don't just focus on the visuals. Incorporate all the 5 senses into your description. What does the air in this world smell like? What sounds are present? 3. Show, don't tell. Instead of telling your readers that your world is magical, show them through your descriptions and actions. For example, you can describe a flower that blooms as soon as it's touched or a river that flows uphill. And that wraps up our exploration of fantasy settings in English storytelling. Fantasy lets us journey to worlds beyond our imagination and is a wonderful tool for creative expression. As you continue to hone your English skills, don't be afraid to venture into these realms of fantasy and use them in your storytelling. Happy learning!